Hi, this is Sherry. I'm coming at you from my patio in Canyon Lake. It's a cooker, and I'm out on the patio because it's just much prettier for you guys inside than inside. Lily wants to be out here too, even though it's bloody hot. I brought her cat house out here, which she won't go in. Cleopatra likes to lie on her chaise lounge. Ooh, it's in the sun, so maybe that's the problem. Here, Lil. I'll put this over in the shade. There, you can get up in a second. Anyway, it's a beautiful day for being out on the water. If your boat has a motor, trying to kayak along in that thing is a fighting against the wind, and the wind is winning. I'm watching a couple spinning around trying to get forward, and they're getting nowhere. So it's interesting. Today we're going to be speaking about two power animals, because I'm always talking about the Black Panther. The Black Panther has always been what I have come to know as my twin's power animal, his highest self. And when I call upon my spiritual twin to help for protection, that's what comes forward, is the Black Panther. But do you know that the Black Panther isn't even a real animal? There is a black jaguar and there's a black leopard, but there's no Black Panther. A panther is a nickname. So what we're going to do today is we're going to speak about both of these animals. We're going to first we're going to talk to, who are we talking about first? Okay, so the leopard, the black leopard, just the leopard. Let's just do leopard. The leopard is saying, why don't you? I'll let you look around, to listen to your heart and your intuition, and you'll know what it is. You'll know when to react and how to react. That's what the leopard is telling you. It's reminding you that there's a period of rebirth after a period of suffering and death on some level, because we've been going through that, right? We've had this death period, this ending of a part of our life that's been very, very difficult. And then the transformation and rebirth process is it doesn't just happen immediately. You know, you've got the death, and then there's the transformation, rebirth. It takes a little while. So the big cat is what's amazing about this big cat. I came in with the big cats. They're very powerful, the energy of the big cats. And when the leopard comes forward, this big cat comes forward to help you heal deep wounds. It helps to bring old issues to a resolution. So there's stuff that you've been trying to work through and let go of, and you've definitely come through that period of your life. But now you've got the wounding, you've got the scars on you, you've got the scratches, and this leopard is telling you that you've got many resources, you've got capabilities, you've got skills. You know, whenever we go through difficult things, we've learned, right? We've no matter how difficult the time is, there's always something that we have benefited from this. And the resources that you have at this time, they could be physical resources, they could be mental resources, they could be psychic, in our case, psychic resources, spiritual, emotional, whatever it is, you've got these capabilities to help you move forward. Alternatively, the cat could be coming to you to say that you need to accept that you got spots. Leopards have spots, right? You got to accept these spots and stop hiding from them. Remember, I just spoke about this in a video. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. But stop hiding. Stop wearing your mask. Stop trying to hide your imperfections. Accept the duality of the dark and light in you. Accept the fact that you've got spots. You've got scars. It's just who you are. You have to believe. You simply have to believe. This is a time for faith and trust and belief that you are on, and you will find the right path. I said yesterday to my twin, I believe in you, and I know that you will find your path. You have to have this faith and belief, because we create our future. If the leopard is one of your animal totems, you're a patient person. You're persistent. So leopard isn't my totem, right? This definitely isn't my totem. I'm not patient. I am definitely persistent. However, it is my totem, because on the outset, I don't feel like I'm a patient person, but I've been through a lot, I've been waiting for a lot, so I have developed patience, even though I haven't liked it. But a more comfortable leopard will come across this naturally. They will have this ability to be patient and willing to go the distance. You've got a tendency to plan, possibly over-plan, You respect other people naturally, their environment, and you've got a great deal of self-respect, which is a very very powerful tool to have. You've got a great deal of personal power. It will be felt when others even simply walk or stand beside you. You've got a gift for dealing with the energy and aligning the energy around you and making it come to you constantly and use it for stability and balance. I'm going to now switch to my black jaguar, because this is the one who I feel strong. So black jaguar is saying you have to make a decision before you can take action. There has been this decision that is supposed to have been made that has been delayed. There's too much procrastination. Even a temporary fix at this moment will get things moving again, because things are at a stall. You've hit a wall again. So you're going to have to make some kind of a, even if things aren't exactly perfect the way you want them, you're going to have to make some kind of a move. The black jaguar is reminding you that although things might be looking fairly dark in certain situations, here comes the wind. It actually feels really good. I'm happy with it. There is light at the end of this tunnel. It's one of the periods in your life where, again, you're going to find that your faith is very, very important. Faith just keeps coming. It sometimes, faith is the assured expectation of things hoped for, though not yet beheld. So you know it's there. You can't see it yet, but you know it's there. That's your faith. You've got to hold on to that. You may not be able to see the end right now, but it's going to soon become apparent to you. This is one of the cases where you got to take a few steps into the darkness. You got to take a few steps into the unknown. You've got to make a temporary fix just for the moment in order to get things moving forward, because you've procrastinated far too long. And it's funny because I looked on my refrigerator as I was walking around the house, and I was trying to think of who I was going to speak about as power animal, and I was seeing tiger everywhere. And I thought, no, I've done tiger, and the leopard kept talking to me, the Black Panther. I want to say Black Panther, but it's the black leopard. Black jaguar. Sorry, see? Oh, there's a difference between a leopard and a jaguar. There's a difference. The one has spots, and one has a spot, and then one has a flower with a rosette in the center. There's a difference between the two. So it's the black jaguar that I always call the panther. So what's going on is this is a life cycle. You're in a life cycle, and your experiences that you've gained and the lessons that you've gone through, they've brought you the knowledge for the next step. Even though you don't know where you're putting your foot down yet, you don't know exactly where you're headed. Maybe you don't know the final outcome of. You just know where you want to go. You know where you want to head. So what I saw on the refrigerator was it's the journey that matters. And what was so funny is I had is a magnet that I have on my refrigerator. It's got dragonflies all around it, which means follow your dreams, trust in your dreams, go after the dreams that you let go of. And I looked at it, and it was upside down. And I thought, what? I fell off the fridge, and I just slammed it back up without looking at it. So I had to turn things back. Something's upside down. I had to turn it back upside right and be reminded that the journey is your adventure. That's what matters. This is your journey. This is, it's and you don't want to spend too much time, lollygagging on the journey and never get to the place. If you're a workaholic and you're not spending time with your loved ones or your family, or you're allowing your dreams to fall by the wayside because you're so consumed with getting somewhere, that's not good either. You've got to find the balance. So alternatively, the black jaguar, I want to say panther, pops up into your life when it's a period of uncertainty, right? So you're not quite sure where you're going. You're not quite certain of which direction that you're going to take, possibly at this time. But you're being told to rest assured. Rest, which is peaceful, calm, assured. This is a sure thing that you will be on the right path if you follow what your heart is saying. Not what other people are saying, not what you feel obligated to do, but what your heart wants, what your heart is saying. This is a time of transition. So they want you to stay grounded. Hug a tree, get your hands in soil, walk barefoot on the grass, see yourself standing in the ground and roots going down into the earth and then wrapping around the other side of the earth and pulling you tight. Just get yourself grounded so you're not flying all over the place. Focus on the things that bring you happiness, that bring you love, that bring you joy. so that your heart can tell you where you want to go. Your heart knows when it feels good. You know where you feel at peace. You know where you feel relaxed and calm, where it's easy, where when you're in the company of ones who it doesn't feel like work, it doesn't feel like obligation. It's like a breath of fresh air. If you are a black jaguar, you've got the tendency to be an introvert, and you avoid large crowds. You're not, sorry, I just ate a bug. I didn't eat him, I spit him out, but he was flying around. He was a fruit fly. Interesting, that's an intriguing message. So you're an introvert, you don't like large crowds, you don't like to be around a lot of people. You're happier in small groups or one-on-one. That's what I said. I'd love to be out in the middle of that lake with one other person. That's where you do your best. You avoid aggressive behavior. You don't want to fight, but you are willing to stand on your own. So it's interesting. I was looking at my daughter's dogs today. I went and got my hair done, by the way. And my daughter is the best colorist on the planet. If anybody is in this Inland Empire and you need a stylist, she's amazing. And she's priced really well, too. Just noticing that, and I figured I should give her a plug. But I was at her house, and she's got these 3 dogs. And we've got Loki, who is a loner. He is like this one. He'll bark at other dogs. And he likes to have some quiet time. He likes to spend time alone. Then we've got Ollie, who's a little bit different. Ollie wants lots of attention and love, but just from one person. He doesn't want to fight either, but he'll kick your ass if he has to. It's like he will go to the death over something, but he doesn't want to. So it's the same kind of thing. This kind of energy. They don't want to fight. But they will. They'll defend if they have to, and if you get them cornered. Flying under the radar is what they like to do most. I've told you that I'm in love with the Black Panther Jaguar. Flying under the radar. You love to wait until the last minute to identify yourself or to make your move. You know, they always show the picture of the Black Panther, but it is the Black Jaguar, and it always says never let them see you coming. Well, that's you. That's definitely you. You like to stalk. You kind of like a stalk and ambush kind of attitude, more often than the people around you. And what's interesting is that they don't expect to see you coming. You know, you're going to wait until the last moment, and all of a sudden it's going to be like, boom, here I am. You didn't expect that, did you? And they had no idea that you were even interested in the prize, whatever this prize was, because you haven't made your presence known. You've been stalking. You're drawn to dark, and you enjoy activities after sunset. So you do a lot of thinking at night. You don't like to be out during the daytime so much. You're nocturnal. You find jobs that suit that schedule. Usually you work for yourself because your mind is more active in the dark. So you're in the type of business where maybe you're a truck driver at night. Maybe you, like I said, you work for yourself and you're able to, maybe you do books. Maybe you, I don't know, whatever your business is that requires maybe the interaction that you can do on the internet at night. I don't know. But it's a period of darkness. So their main messages, I mean, just take a look at a beautiful black jaguar, and it's agility, balance, beauty, conflict avoidance, which I like. That's nice. Who wants to fight? You know, keep the drama far from me. Thank you. You embrace the darkness. Now, it's not just the darkness that you embrace. You actually kind of like the dark. You like the darker energy, which isn't bad, because there has to be a balance. We all have dark and light in us, but you're kind of drawn to the dark, so you have to find a balance with that. You'll probably need to find somebody that grounds you and balances you out because of the fact that you are drawn to the darkness. You may find yourself getting into trouble because of the fact that you're drawn to the darkness. You have power. You're definitely self-reliant. It talks about shadows. I feel like wearing a mask. You're definitely skilled. You're definitely a turn-on for me. Sexy beast, I gotta tell you. Speed, strength. I'm telling you, when I walk next to my twin, the power that emanates from this from this black jaguar is palpable. You can feel it. And what's interesting is they're underestimated by many. Because they're quieter. They're kind of seen in the background. They don't want to be around a lot of people. So people underestimate you, and which is the secret to your success. Because all of a sudden, bam, you know. you're there and you've got it, and they didn't even have a clue. So clearly you can see me, when I'm talking about the leopard and the black jaguar, I mean, I love all the big cats, I love all the animal totems, but definitely the black jaguar is the one. I mean, take a look at that car. It's got to be the sexiest car on the road. It just does. You got to have two of them, though, right? One in the garage and one on the road, because there's always something going wrong with them. I'm wondering if that's because they're such high maintenance individuals and cars. They are. They're sensitive. They're sensitive, and they need to be taken care of. So we're going to let that go with that, and we're going to go to our cards. So the first card, these cards are really interesting, by the way. The first card that we come to looks really intriguing. You see this girl, and this can be a guy or a girl. It's feminine energy, male or... I'm going to call it feminine energy. It's called letting go, detachment, moving on. And you see this one drowning in the mud. And this one's looking, but not back at that person. And the numbers 1 and 9. 1, keep your thoughts positive. What are your thoughts right now? The universe is taking a snapshot. Are you liking what you're manifesting? If not, switch your thoughts. 9, happy endings. Okay? Happy endings. Now, this person is going, and the person that, you may look at that and you may feel like, that sucks, that guy's drowning. That guy is saying to you, I'm drowning, how can you abandon me? How could you actually, it may look like it's cruel to you that this person is being, they're literally holding on to you and saying, how can you leave me? How can you desert me in my hour of need, right? And this person is just like, it's not that they're careless. It's not that they don't care. It's not that they don't love. But the truth is, you must detach from this one. This one is drowning in their own mud. You must detach themselves. Even though it may feel like you're abandoning them to a sort of death, how will they survive without you? The truth is, they are suffocating you. They're restricting you. They're dragging at you. And while it might be the most difficult thing for you to do it, you have to do it. And it's going to be really hard. They're most likely going to make you feel very, very guilty, or you are going to feel guilty yourself. Others may look at you and think, how can you do that? How can you just walk away from this? This one loves you. And what's interesting is this person, you may have had wonderful times with this person. You have a deep connection. Absolutely. You have however gotten to the place where this is no longer in your highest good. Others may look at you and think that you're cold, or may not understand how you could leave someone who's so devoted to you. Like I said, you might have had wonderful experiences with this person, wonderful connections, but the responsibilities have accumulated to the point where this is no longer healthy for you. This is no longer fun for you. This is no longer something that is working in your highest good. This is a time for you to let go of the guilt. Don't allow yourself to feel guilty. Don't allow these demands. These demands aren't coming from love. These demands are coming from need. And unfortunately, you can't save the world. And you have been trying to save the world. And you've been trying to save this person when this person is capable of saving themselves. So, this person will not drown in the mud without you. What is happening? Spirit is saying you need to get to the place where you feel free again, where the energy around you is coming from love, not from need. Any demands or expectations that don't meet your needs right now, they're saying gently let this go. It isn't rejection, it's boundaries. Spirit has been talking about boundaries so strongly for the longest time now, and it's talking about boundaries that belong to other people that you have been carrying. This is you've been carrying their burdens. And the thing is, what did Jesus say? Feed a man or teach a man to fish. If you teach a man to fish, he'll feed himself forever. But if you give him food, he's going to want food the next day. So these people are leaning on you. These people are you're not helping them. You are enabling them in a negative lifestyle. And this could, like I said, this could have been a best friend. This could be a relationship that you've had wonderful times, but it's just gotten to the place where I don't want to be your mother. I don't want to be your father. I don't. This isn't coming from a place of love anymore. This is coming from a place of guilt, and I don't feel light about this relationship anymore. I'm carrying too much, and when you're carrying so much, you're not able to see the path in front of you. So this comes up when you're dealing with issues of addiction, overeating, you're putting on extra weight, emotional issues from the past. All of this stuff will come up. You need to clear, and when you detach from this, you need to clear. I just wrote a post yesterday. I wrote 2 actually, and I sat with somebody on the phone and I helped her do this, cut cords from the chain that was binding, and I did it myself too. And it's not like, you know, you haven't willingly done this. You have chosen to do this. But now your higher self has been telling you and you've been ignoring it. Spirit is telling you and you've been ignoring it. And now your body, it's getting to the place where the things that used to bring you joy to do are making you irritated. It's pissing you off. It's making your service be a duty that is no longer coming from a place of joy. So you need to have a clearing. You need to release this. And even if you have to take little steps in order to do so, you're going to have to do this. And you're going to see miracles happen when you do this. We teach others how to treat us. We teach others. This is how I like to be treated. My mom said, you're going to get what you're willing to put up with. Or I will teach you how to treat me. You do this to me and I allow it. Well, that's showing you that I like this. If I carry all of your burdens and I do all your work, I'm showing you that I like doing it. Even if I don't like doing it. Even if I feel like, you know, it's funny because we'll do it for so long. And I understand it because this is me. This is me. I was raised by parents who came to me with their troubles. And I was set up, I was a middle child, and it was my duty. And at first, it felt like an honor. I felt like, you know, I was honorable because I was doing this. And yet, and my daughter said to me today when she was doing my hair, we were talking about my past and our you know, different relationships. And she said, God, Mom, you attract broken people. You've always attracted broken people. And I said, I know, it's because I'm a fixer. I'm a healer too. So we're the wounded healers. The problem is we get to the place where we're so saturated that we are not able to even carry ourselves. And we need to get to a place where there's joy and peace and love. And we want to get to the place where I work all day long and I do this with people. And I don't want my joy to be depleted from me. So there needs to be boundaries. There needs to be a place where, okay, you know what, I've helped, but this is enough now. Don't lean on me. Remember I spoke about the giant sequoia. And the giant sequoia is going to fall if it's got trees that are leaning on it. It's going to fall. It needs to have space around it. It needs to have space to breathe. And it's different when you have a choice. It's your choice to give than when it's expected of you. Doesn't feel good when it's expected of you. So you need to feel this. Freedom is the word. Freedom. What do you want? Freedom. I want freedom. I love freedom. Everybody wants to feel free. Nobody wants to feel like they're a slave or they're in jail. And you are now free to do this. So even if others may feel, or this one that's dragging around after you, how could you leave me? I've loved you all this time. I've given everything to you. Blah, 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 blah. It's time for you to be reborn. And when you go to care and when you go to give, you're doing it from a space of love. And it doesn't mean that you'll never help this person again and you'll never be there for this person again. But for right now, it's time for you to move on. They're saying detach, let go, and move on. And Spirit is saying this. Spirit is saying this. So, and you know it's the truth because you know you've been feeling it. Stop feeling guilty. And it doesn't matter if there's going to be a rebuff. It's going to have to be something that you are strong enough to deal with because it's time. You will get to the place where you are a martyr. You cannot be a martyr. When you give and you don't give from a place of want and wanting to and of love and it's not freely given, it's a curse. It's negative energy. You are now negatively energetically affecting this situation. So I'm going to say it. That's enough. It's enough. We've been told so many times. So I've learned to put boundaries up myself, and it was hard, but I've done it. And I got to tell you, it feels really good. It really does. And then it's my choice to help when I want to, not because I feel obligated to. No one will ever make me do something. Don't ever do something out of obligation. It is not a place of love. Now, what's interesting about the next card is it looks like we're contradicting ourselves, but we're not. This one says, this is 2-7, the number. 2, everything is going exactly as it is supposed to with divine, everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to with divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. That's 2s. 7, you're definitely on the right path. Now, what's interesting is we were just told to detach. And this one says, I'm dropping everything. I'm sorry. I need a Somebody said I need a GoPro stick that I can sit in my lap. That would be very cool. So the first one says detach. This one says carry me home. So support, time to be carried, allow others to help. Okay, so now you see this couple. They're beautiful. Now what you need to look at is the expression on their face and their body language. Look at the difference between this and this. Need, begging. I don't want to do this, but I feel so obligated. Torn, tattered dress. Dragging in the mud. Negative, negative, negative energy. Happy endings. Going the way it's supposed to, on the right path. Their faces, these people are content. She is leaning on him, and she's not just leaning on him, she's got her arms around him. She's in love with him. He is not only allowing her to lean on him, he is grasping her leg. She is wrapping her leg around him. She's exhausted. This fairy girl is exhausted, and this capable fairy man, he wants to carry her. Now, it goes both ways. Energy. This is masculine energy, this is feminine energy. What this is happening here is these two are both willing to carry and support and lean on and be supported by the other. There's a difference here. This is coming from a place of love. This is the feminine energy from the moon. This is a nurturing, loving energy. So what's going on here is she doesn't feel weak to be supported. She's not embarrassed or humiliated to say, I want to lean on you. And he's saying, lean on me. I love you. I want to carry you. You're exhausted. Let me carry you. There's no resistance. There's no resentment. There's no pain. There's nobody owing anybody, because this is a willing arrangement here. So they're saying now is the time to leave this kind of a situation and go into this. Now is the time to allow yourself to be carried. For a time, allow someone to give to you and support you on your way home. Carry me home. Allow this to happen, whether you are a male that needs a female to lean on you, or to allow to be lean on you, or whether you are a female that is going to allow the male to lean on you. Do not be embarrassed if you're a man and you are allowing this woman to be your support, because that's what it's supposed to be. This is bliss. This couple they are giving from their heart. This is the couple that I spoke about in the recording I did. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. These two love one another, and they both have a wall up. Somebody's got to break this wall down, because they both love each other. They want to support one another. They want to be there to support the other. And what's interesting is she can be tired and he can be tired too. But this kind of connection doesn't drain them. They take turns. And because when they're in a place of peace, they're in a place of where they energetically feel rested. He is blissfully carrying his beautiful fairy woman home. He's saying, come home with me. She's saying, I want to go with you. Take me home. This is a mutual, beautiful, beautiful exchange. There's a difference between feeling obligated and being in a place where you feel like you're having the life sucked out of you, where you can go to a place where it just feels comfortable, where you just feel like you can breathe, where you just know that you're loved, where you just, and that's why there's a difference, because you can have love for the other person, but this couple is in love, and they're in love with each other. And at this time, it's a dance. It's the dance of giving and receiving. It's time to receive and be supported and be carried. So what they're saying is, expect someone to come forward. You exhausted one. Expect someone to come forward and emotionally be there for you, because it's here. This period of bliss. Allow it to happen. Allow yourself. This may be the decision that you've had to make, that you have had to walk away from a situation that you felt obligated to carry in order to be there, to be available to the one that you wish you were carrying. And what's so amazing is at the same time, the one that you haven't been near, they've wanted to carry and be the support for you as well. It's a give and take, and it won't feel exhausting. It's like you charge one another, because it's a give and take. It's not a constant leaning, a constant draining, a constant of being asked and being taken from over and over and expected from. It's like you will go around, you will go to do something for this one, and they'll want to do it for you. you'll find yourself doing this for each other. And it's a beautiful, blissful thing. You will feel the strength, you will feel the love, and you will feel that sweet support, the close embrace. And what's amazing to me is it's called submission. And it's a beautiful thing to submit to someone that you love, that you feel safe with. A very strong, aggressive, energetic woman. I am very strong, but I blissfully submit to my black jaguar. Absolutely. And a man should never feel, my battery's dying on my phone, a man should never feel weak for allowing his emotions to be seen, allowing his spots to be seen, allowing his scars to be seen by the one that he loves and the one that loves him. You have to now be willing to say the things that you didn't say before, to show the wounds that you were trying to hide, bring them forward so that you can have this mutual exchange. It's a bliss. This is it. The next card is called Far, Far Away. I love this card. 3, it speaks about an ascended master with you. I just heard the ascended master with me is Archangel Metatron, because it's about creative, daydreaming. And there she sits, just kind of lost in her mind, or him, right? It's showing a feminine energy. So it's a soft, gentle energy. And blissfully kind of daydreaming. Creative daydreaming. So at this time, it speaks about, maybe others won't understand. They'll think that you're blowing off important work right now. You know, what are you doing? You know, you're awake, but you're not here. Maybe you're unruly because you're not doing what it is that they wished you to do. You're a dreamer. You have no choice. Dreams come to you. I'm a dreamer. I'm a lucid dreamer. I love my dreams. I live for my dreams, and I daydream, and that's how we create. We paint a picture of our story by dreaming it into existence. So they want you to pay attention. These ones around you, pay attention. They might get angry at you. You know, you're distracted. You're being lazy. You're not. You're creating. You are creating in a way that they don't understand. You are paying attention, just not to them. Now, there is something, however, that they're asking for you to maybe pay attention to. Oh, the doves, the pair. Right then, did you see them? That's who you need to pay attention to. They're telling you to ask yourself this question. Is it time to make up with the one that you have had a foolish argument with, that is stopping you from connecting to that blissful place of peace and happiness and love and joy that you know you both have? You love each other. It's time to have that discussion that you have been putting off. What's been holding you back? Fear, ego, obligation to others? It's time. Ask yourself that. Your heart already knows. So, Spirit knows that you're paying attention to what's going on in your daydreaming mind, but sometimes you're daydreaming a little too much and you're not paying attention to the one that you need to pay attention to at this moment. So pay attention to that. Now, a lot of clever things have come into existence from your daydreaming. A lot of things you have dreamed up while you've been floating in a kayak, hiking in the mountains. I have all kinds of things that come to me, and that's when they come to me, when I'm doing mindless work. What other people think, you know, you're not at the job, you're not doing that, you know, you've got a degree in this. Why are you not doing that? Because my heart says this is where I should be. And when you listen to Spirit and you take that dream time and you go out, you will have your aha moments. You have a tendency to daydream, and you receive messages in ways that others don't. You receive messages during the day in your daydreams, or maybe you receive messages in your nighttime dreams. I receive messages both ways. And we don't want ourselves to be distracted by our ego, right? Don't allow yourself to be distracted. Others might say that you're not focused on what they feel you should be focused. They may say you've got a short attention span. I do, because my mind goes to what matters to me. I have a short attention span on things that I don't connect with. But the things that I connect with, I can think about and can delve into quite deeply and for quite a long time, quite happily. It may not be what other people consider productive, but it is productive for me. So it is productive for you. You might need physical involvement. You might need to be outside in the forest. You might need to be hiking. You have a hard time sitting still. This is definitely the ADHD kind of kid like I was in school. That's why people like us, when we were kids, we should have been in Montessori schools, right? Where our gifts were used, not sitting behind it. Remember I said just recently when I got back, after I was in the mountains, I sat behind my desk and I said, I can't sit here. I can't sit behind a desk. I don't create well. I don't do my work the best when I'm behind a desk. I do my work best when I'm outside. That's why I'm out here right now. I do my best work when I'm outside. So you're not going to be tied to a desk. And it's important that when the balance again, remember that's what the black leopard was saying. You've got to have the balance with the black jaguar, I'm sorry. They both said it actually. The balance of it's good to daydream and create, but then you gotta move on it, right? Because you've been probably daydreaming things quite a bit, maybe night dreaming as well. I'm thinking about the song Counting Stars. Flashing signs, you know, I see flashing signs, messages and signs, and soon will be no more counting money, we'll be counting stars. But that song's been playing over and over and over, and he's still counting the money, or she's still counting the money, and she's not getting, or he's not getting to the person that he's supposed to talk to, or she's supposed to talk to. They're stuck in this dream. Remember, listen to your heart, and you'll know how to react. And remember what the black jaguar said. What was the black jaguar's very first message? You have to make a decision before you can take action. Even a temporary fix is going to get things moving. You're at a stalemate, so you need to move forward. So this is what's going on. Make sure that you have a balance and bring a sense of the earth element and into the situation, which is grounding, right? That's what I was saying before. Okay, last card. I can't believe my battery's still holding. This is interesting because now this could happen after you've come together with this person. It's going to continue to happen when you come together with this person, if you're one that's coming together. We're again talking about a snail's pace. Slow down, grounding again. Listen for the earth's heartbeat. Subtle energies. Now look at the number, 22. Again, everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. With divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. Remember, let go and have faith. We're told to let go of this. Have faith. Go to this. Continue your daydreams together, your night dreams together. It's time to slow down together. Look at her beautiful gossamer wings. Now other people are thinking she's wasting her time. She's watching this snail crawl along at a snail's pace. What do they say? Slow and steady wins the race, but there is forward movement. So there needs to be forward movement in this energy that we're speaking about here. So what they're giving you here is she's entranced by that beautiful snail. It's like me when I'm in the anywhere. I'll start to do something out here and I get distracted so easily, and I'll notice ants, or I'll notice like a dragonfly, or I'll notice a cobweb, and there's like she's entranced. She's watching this snail and observing the slow motion. She recognizes how far he's come. She loves him. He's been moving slow, but he is moving forward in comparison to her. She's got wings. She flies around. She kind of reminds me of me, and I know who he is. He's coming forward. She's a little quicker. I just spoke about, I had a dream, and it's funny because it just popped up in my memory feed, and what it was I saw these two men and a river, and I saw this man detach from one of the men and get into the river. And I looked at this big long river and I thought, oh my God, it's going to take you forever to get to the bottom of this river. And the other person was alongside the river, and I was walking along. I went kind of ahead. I'm always going ahead. And all of a sudden this great wave wall of emotion, which is water, emotion, came behind him and pushed him flying forward. And I thought, oh my God, he's going to get hurt, because there were big boulders and there were sharp rocks, and I thought he's going to get hurt moving that quick. But he didn't. He didn't seem to get hurt. He went hurtling down. It's almost as though the Black Panther, right? Nobody sees him coming, and all of a sudden he's there because he's made up his mind and he's moving. This great wave of emotion started hurtling him down, and I went to the end of the river because I was always ahead, just like her. She's always flying around. She's ahead of the snail. He's getting there, but she's kind of waiting right now. So I'm down at the end of the river, and he gets out of the river, and the other person standing next to him says, wow, you separated from me and did that by yourself because we've never done anything apart, right? that's why you wanted to do it alone, because we've always done everything together. And he said yes. And the person says, well, I'm very proud of you. And he said, thank you. And then they started to climb this fence. Now, in the picture that I saw, it was a wooden fence, but in my dream, it was a chain link fence. I kept thinking the chains that bind you. And there was a chain link fence across the bottom of this river, and they were climbing over the river because there was a pool, a very beautiful, peaceful pool, which is what I saw in the picture where I was standing that I posted. And the walls were red. It was beautiful. It was Sedona in my mind. It was Sedona. It was where I was. It was actually at Montezuma's well. And I found a fairy glen, and it was beautiful. And right before they went to climb over the fence, I said, wait, let me get a picture of you. And I went to take a picture, but they'd already gone over the fence. So I climbed over the fence after them. And when I looked down into the pool, there was only one man. There was only one man in that river. Where did the other man go? The other man was me. I'm going to get emotional. It was my male energy. They have always been together, and they needed to separate. This is a lifetime. This is a twin soul relationship. They have been together always, and he needed to go down that river by himself, without me, without my presence. And he went fast, and he went through big boulders and sharp rocks, and he handled it like a pro. And I was so proud of him when he got out of that river. I didn't even realize it was me. And I climbed back over the fence, and I saw him floating in that gentle pool, and he was so happy in this beautiful, calm, relaxed setting, and I jumped in after him. It was amazing. So here she is with her snail, and she's fascinated by him. She hasn't rushed this encounter. She wants to have a conversation with this snail. She's observant. She's become quiet. She's become centered, and she's observing everything around at this time. Because when you're rushed and hurried, everything shocks your world. So you've got to be slow and see what's going on. She needed to slow down. And she's asking you at this time, slow down. Sit down on the earth. Watch the creatures. Watch the snails. Watch the birds. Watch the messengers that come to you. What is it that Spirit's trying to say to you? Come to a place, a peaceful space, where fresh energy comes, where for inspiration, for creativity, where you're cooperating. This fast-paced one is cooperating. There's a compromise that's having to be come to here. She's recognized her need to slow down. He's recognized the need to speed up. He's been going way too slow for her. Sometimes she'll fly ahead, fly around in circles, and come back. But she recognizes he's at a slower pace than her, and that's okay. There's a compromise between these two. So what's going on here is there's no resentment. There's cooperation between these two. There's nobody whipping this snail to move forward. There is a companionship. There is a cooperation. There's no resentment. There's no slapping of a whip. Nobody is in charge of this one or of this one. No one's telling anyone what to do here. This is all willingness. This is all willing energy. So it's you and you and you and you. And, whoops, it's time to knock all the others over. Seriously, it's time to knock the others over. It's time for you to be in charge of your life. It's time for you to be in charge of your life. It's time for that one to be in charge of their life. These two are self-sufficient, strong, independent people who choose to support one another. They don't love each other because they need each other. They need each other because they love each other. So you have the right to your own life. You have the right to call for a timeout. I need some space. I need some room to breathe. I gotta tell you, the biggest fallacy about me that anyone could have is that I am needy. What I need is freedom. There's a butterfly floating by right when I say that. You can't hold a butterfly in a cage. You can't hold a hummingbird in a cage. If you put a leopard or a jaguar in a cage, it will kill them. They need freedom, even though they sleep all the time. It kills their spirit. They need to be free. It's so sad. Zoos make me so angry and upset. The only thing I can handle is the wild animal park because they've got land, they've got room to move. But this is a time for you to be able to have your own life. You have the right for a timeout. You have a right to reassess your life. You might be feeling like you're at a distance from your own magical divinity. It's time to reconnect. It's time to bring back your magic. your black magic of the darkness, which is the good magic. I'm not talking about wicked dark black magic. I'm talking about the magic that comes from the darkness, from the still spaces, from your magical places. Oh, I have to show you who that is. That's a sparrow, and he's been coming every day for the last several days, and the sparrow is Aphrodite's pet. And the sparrow is a bird of victory. And the sparrow is right there with us. This is a time of victory. It's a time to create loving communication, enriching work. This is when your own creative energy is going to be boosted. I'm in a rocking chair, sorry. I'm going to see if we can see him. Oh, he's right there. Hi. Can you see him? He's been coming every single day to visit me for the last several days, and he made himself so noticeable. I guess he could have been my totem. But sparrow, the sparrow is a fearless little bird. They can survive in almost any environment. They will take on much larger birds. They are nondescript. You won't notice them so much because their colors aren't brilliant and beautiful. I think he's beautiful, but others may not. But he's strong, resilient. That's why he is the bird of victory. Are you going to show us how strong you are? Are you going to show you're beautiful? Oh, I think he's beautiful. Look at his little mask. Hi, and he's singing his song. So it's time for you to speak your own voice. Let your voice be heard. Take back control of your life. Reassess where you've been. Yeah, even Lily's talking. Even Lily's talking. You know what? Look at her face. She's hot. She's overheated. Now go in. She's overheated. That's another thing. You're when you give too much, it's like your energy gets overheated, and it's like an air conditioner that doesn't have a proper ventilation system. It'll blow. You get overheated. So it's the same thing when you give and you don't allow yourself to receive. I love my little sparrow. Oh, I'm going to bring him up. I'm going to put my birdhouse up here. What's going on, little buddy? What's going on? What? What, honey? I think it's just magic that he's my own personal totem at this moment, and he's yours too. Okay, we're going to do our solar meditation. Look up into the sun. Feel that hot, molten fire lava popping, slapping, coming up out of the water, like out of the water, off of the sun's face like waves of fire dancing. And all of that heat, that energy, you can feel that emanating throughout your entire being. That energy is going to melt off of your shield, off of your energetic shield, off of any kind of attachment, any kind of negative energy that you've picked up, any self-doubt, worry, fear, confusion, stress, obligation, duty, responsibility that people have been glomming onto you. It's going to melt it away. It's going to melt away any anger, resentment, jealousy, pride, ego, anything that's stopping you from moving forward in the direction that you're supposed to, in your heart's direction. It's going to melt it away. And then you're going to ask for that golden heat shield to wrap completely around you, around your car, around your workspace, around your pets, around your loved ones, around yourself, around your home. And it's completely enveloping you. It's going to shield and protect you. You're also going to ask that a centrifugal force shooting out starts spinning inside of it. And nothing is able to enter but love, unconditional love. Nothing else is able to enter. Everything else gets thrown out so quick. There's nothing that's going to come in. You're moving so quickly, your energy. So imagine that energy going around you and spewing out from you. Anything that tries to come to you, it's going to get flung off. So when you go to pull away from this situation where you have been giving so much of yourself, where you've been expected to give, where you have been leaned on, and if they start to throw guilt on you, it's going to spin right off. It's going to spin right off because you're doing what Spirit's asking you to do. I'm not making this up for you. Spirit is telling you this. You already know it's the truth. You can ask for this loving shield to go around this one that you're detaching from, and allow them to protect themselves. But they need to do their own work. You're not helping them any longer. Okay? There's our shield. My little guy is sticking up there with me. So, if you would like to follow me, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on, where am I? I can't even see myself. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Google+. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Sherry Columbus, Angels Whisper. I'm on Angels Whisper, Sherry Columbus. I said that I was going to be shutting down my Angels Whisper page. And it's funny, you know, I don't know. I don't know yet. I was told 2 months that I was going to be going off the web, but something's shifting, so I'm not quite certain about that. So at this point, we're still up there. I'm on YouTube where all these videos go. I'm on LinkedIn. If you would like help with, if you would like to subscribe to YouTube, you can get these videos. They'll just come to you like an email, I guess. I don't even know how it works because I haven't subscribed to myself. I guess I should. If you would like help with dream analysis, with life coaching, with long-distance Reiki healing, with a personal reading, as I said, I'm going to be doing I've got a new kind of venture that I'm moving forward. The work that I do when I go outside, the way I talk to you guys like this, I'm going to be doing walking land tours. He's just staying there with us. As a spiritual teacher, I will be your guide, and I will go with you to power places, to beautiful nature places. To me, any outside area is a power place. Any place where there's nature is a power place. But we will go, and as we walk along, we will do this. We will see the sparrow, and we'll, or whatever the bird or bug or whatever it is that comes up. Spirit brings me messages in so many different ways, and I'll impart the knowledge. And there we've got another little songbird singing away. That's a little finch. Finch talks about a great deal of sudden activity, all of a sudden coming forward. So that's a good sign too. That I will be taking people on these tours, and we'll do a reading. We will work with the animal messengers that come along. We will do a solar meditation. If we do a sunset tour, we will do a sunset meditation. We will be doing stretches and light yoga moves before, because we'll be, and these aren't going to be gnarly hikes. These are going to be called, it's going to be come walk with me, because I don't do gnarly hikes. I don't put 75-pound backpacks on me. I've got a little backpack, my water, some nuts, you know, something to sit on, a yoga mat or whatever, and I do gentle movements. Because it's a place. I do hike up. I love to climb rocks. So there'll be different levels if you're somebody who wants to do that. Because there's definitely hikes that a lot won't be able to go on, like the Shaman's Cave in Sedona. That's like a 3-hour hike, and it's pretty gnarly. You have to be physically fit, and every time I go, I wonder, why am I doing this? Kicks my ass. But I love it. So there's going to be different levels, you know, and then there'll be just like the leisurely ones where we go to a place like where I was in the High Sierras when I was at King Sequoia National Park. Oh my gosh. I mean, you just get out, we'll just get out of the car and you get onto a trail and you start going. And yes, there are areas that you'll be hiking up and you'll be out of breath, but they're easy trails. So that's the kind of thing that I'm going to be doing. And it's going to be $300 per person for 3 hours. I will do one-on-one on special occasions. They will have to be definitely screened. I've had people ask me if I would go and be their personal guide to certain areas. As in Sedona, I know places that people have never seen and never heard of. And I can get you places that you will never see if you didn't go with someone who lived there. So places like that, I will do that. It's all in the works still, nothing's set in stone. I just know that that's what I'm supposed to do. I keep being drawn to the trees, to the forest, to nature. I mean, you know, if we did something here on the lake, we'd go out on the canoe and we could go around, we'd see the birds. Bye-bye, baby. Oh, it just wants to be in front of us. Okay. But you know, if a wind whipped up on a day, it would be very difficult for us to go out that way, so I guess we could go into the cove. So I could do it here. I could take people out here on the canoe, and I know all the water birds. I know the different insects and bugs that come to us. I could do it here. So that I couldn't do with 2 people. That would definitely have to be a one-on-one. So I suppose I could do that, but I'm open for hire if you want to fly me somewhere. I have to be able to cover either cover my airfare. Whatever you're doing with me, it's going to be your fee. You will be responsible for getting wherever we're going, for your food, for your accommodations. I am your guide. So that's what's going on. I'm really excited about it. Spirit's been telling me to do it for quite a while, and I know it's where I do my best work. I'm on fire when I'm outside. The messages come. I go the whole time. And in 3 hours, I can't even imagine the amount of wisdom Spirit will impart to you, because it comes nonstop. So when you do this, I would suggest bring a little recorder, so that you can when we get down to doing. I mean, I'm constantly saying, oh, you know, this, that, the other. And you won't want to be doing that when you're hiking around. But when it gets time to sit down and do a reading, I would suggest recording certain things, because there are some things that you will forget, and they're priceless. The things that came to me when I was recording constantly just for myself when I was in the High Sierras. because the messages that were coming at me so fast, that's what, other people are saying, oh, you're not working, right? You're not working, or you're daydreaming. I was working, but not in the way that you imagine. I was working the way Spirit has me work. And I had aha moments, and I had things coming to me, and invaluable. So it's pretty exciting. I'm very, very excited, and I'm not even sure where we're going to go first. But something's coming up. I can feel it. So what else do I have to say? Oh, I was going to do one more thing for you guys. If my phone is still going. Oh my God, is it going? Yes, it is. I thought it died. I was going to do one more thing. I have this one deck. I actually had two that I was going to do this with. I can't even remember the name of this deck, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it in front of you. Okay. The pictures, and I can't look when I do it. So let's look out there. Let's shuffle these cards. I have this thing about not wanting to. It's funny. It's like I wanted it to be a surprise for myself as well. Okay, my eyes are closed and I'm choosing. So, pray. Excellent. I am open and receptive to the power of grace in my life now. I ask to be shown clear examples of how this energy is operating in my life. Pray. Now, this is what's really interesting. This was in what I wrote when I told you I did the help that woman do the cutting, the chains that bind from the past lives. Right after that, I did a post, and I said, and because this person was going through a very difficult time. And so I wrote, as we were speaking to our father, mother, and somebody said, who says it's a he? Father, mother, whatever it is for you, the creative force. I am on my knees before you. I am asking for your divine guidance. I'm asking for you to step in. I'm asking for divine intervention because I know that you've given us free will. And I'm asking for you at this time to step in and help guide me, love me, correct me, speak to me, connect me to the right people, archangels, angels, spiritual teacher, friend, whoever it is that you feel that I need at this moment to come into my life. I'm asking for you to do this. And we did this together. I don't remember all the specific words that I wrote. It's on my page. And literally, what was it? 5 minutes later, she got the phone call, and it was her mother. And I said, you tell your mom that you asked our Creator, out of all the archangels and the angels and spiritual teachers and mentors and friends and soul family, the one that you knew was in my highest good to connect with me, to counsel me, to love me, to support me, to speak with me, to come forward. You send that one to me now. And 5 minutes later, you called, Mom. So don't think that you're not heard. Don't think that our Father, and I said in the message, I know that you see my tears. I know that you hear my prayer. I know that you feel my tears. I know that you know my heart. A lot of times we don't even know what to ask, but our Father, Mother knows what's in our heart and knows what's in our highest good. But we have to ask, even that highest being, for divine intervention, because we have free will and it will not step over our boundaries. So do pray and ask, and it will come. You will be heard. You will be answered. Okay, the next one, I'm going to do one more of these, and then I'm going to go in and get that other deck. Oh, wow, love. Look at that molten heart. Molten, it's like lava pouring out of that heart. Love. Share your heart to another. To love another is the ultimate expression of grace. We have, how many times in our reading today have we been told it's time to open your heart and share this love with this one that loves you and that you love. Share your heart. To love another is the ultimate expression of grace. How amazing is that? Okay, we're going in to my house. Oops, I almost knocked over Merlin. Oh, I have to show you that. I know I'm doing a million things on top of what I said I was just going to finish. Hold on. I want to show you my latest animal totem that I brought into my house. He's a dragon. He's called a dragonfish. His name is Merlin. He's very shy. He doesn't mind others in there with him, but he's shy and prefers to be at peace on his own. He's in a beautiful Zen environment. He is my Merlin dragon because I told you guys I've had the dragon around me and I have a Merlin guiding me, and that's his physical representation in my house. Okay, now where's the deck? Where's the deck? This is my workspace. This is the deck. Okay, I think it's called Spirit Oracle, and I bet it's Tony Carmine. It is Spirit Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. Okay, I've got to do this outside because it's hard to spread it on that granite table. Gosh, it feels good in here. I'm coming in. No wonder Lily wanted in. Ah. Okay. I could have had these a little bit more organized, but you know how I am. I just got that aha moment at the last second. Okay, so this one again, I'm not going to look. Let's look out here. Not going to look, not going to look. 2, I just heard 2. Okay, well I thought we were doing 1. Wow, here we go. Passion. Look at the fire. Love, sexual energy, passions aroused, vital life force, kundalini, the sun, giver of life, strength, a gift, new infusion of energy, something beyond your control. Surrender. Surrender to the love and the bliss. This is it. This is it. It is here. It's time to surrender. Ooh, love that. And I'm not even looking when I'm getting these. That's how connected my hands are to what Spirit has got. Isn't that how, I'm not even, you watch me. I mean, I'm standing here. Okay, I'll have you watch me. This is what I'm doing. I'm not even looking. Spirit knows how to work through me. I'm telling you, you'll get the messages that you need to get. Because how applicable have these all been? Okay. Inspiration. Your love, light, and wisdom touch the hearts and minds of many. You will be instrumental in helping another person change the course of their life. Miracles, inspiration, and healing result. Love that. What a beautiful card to end on. How do you like my stars? These light up at night. Isn't that bitchin'? I'm on fire right now myself. I am hot, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to have some water. I hope you guys have a beautiful, blissful day. Thank you for being here with me. I feel so good when I do this. You got to know you're doing the right thing when you feel so uplifted and so happy, and no matter what's going on in your life, it just energizes me. It's my heart exploding. I love my work. I love what I do. I am so blessed to be able to do this, and I love giving to you. I love to do this for you guys every week is my absolute honor and pleasure. So thank you for being with me, and we will speak again soon. Blessings.